welcome back to Spray River Homestead. Today the weather not so good, so I'm in the house. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a minute and show you how to make some really inexpensive hay feeders for your rabbits. They're going to come out looking kind of like this. Not exactly rocket science by any stretch. If you're feeding your rabbits hay, I know a lot of people just walk in, open the cage door, and throw some hay in. It's not really a good idea. No matter how clean you think your cages are, they're never that clean. I learned that a long time ago just by periodically spraying my cages out, and no matter how good they look to you, I assure you, there is urine and feces residue on the cage wire. It's just kind of the way it is. So, you know, to be able to keep your rabbits healthy and to avoid them picking up parasites or anything like that, you don't want to feed them on the cage floor. There's a lot of different places you can buy hay feeders. You can buy them commercially if you want. I have some commercial hay feeders, and this year I was running a little short on them. The ones I like are from Bass Equipment, and they're galvanized that kind of slip on and kind of a wire attached to the front of the cages. I love them. They're also expensive, and I still need like 25 of them. So a friend of mine said, hey, you know, you can pick up the containers at the dollar store and make your own. So I did that about a month and a half ago with some of the smaller ones. It's working out pretty good, so we've decided we're going to go ahead and do it for the rest of the herd. So to do this project, it's pretty easy. What you need is some of the little containers, the little plastic containers that you can get at the dollar store. These are, as it says, 2 for $1. And for the individual rabbits, because I use these bigger ones for does that can have babies or have babies in there. The little ones that are like 3 for $1, these are great for individual rabbits. So all we have to do to these, kind of like what you saw right here, is all you're going to do is cut the slats out on one side of this. And then we're going to zip tie it to the outside of the cage. So it's super easy to do. You can use scissors if you have scissors that will get in there and work. I got some snips, and then I do go ahead and use a knife and kind of trim off anything that kind of sticks out. And that's mostly for me because that hole is kind of small and I have to get my hand down in here, so I really don't want to like tear my hand up real bad on the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and move the camera around and let's show you how to do it. So on these smaller ones, it's really up to you on how you want to do it. You can either go this way and cut out this side, or you can go this way and cut out this side. Now, on some of my cages, I have a pretty small front section. By the time you've got a feeder and a waterer in there, I go ahead and turn mine this way. I can get more hay kind of in there. Yeah, the hole is a little bit smaller, but it works for me. Now, on the bigger ones, you could do the same thing. If you've got enough cage space and want to cut it out from this top side, you certainly can do that. Because I'm using it for does with babies, I'm going to turn mine this way. It gives them more room. If you've ever watched babies trying to eat out of the feeder all at the same time, they like to kind of hog pile in there. So this way there's more space, and yeah, we just need to trim them out. So it can be kind of tricky to get in here. And they'll kind of tear a little bit because the ones from the dollar store tend to be pretty cheap. Now you can spend more money on these if you want higher quality bins to start with. You know, Home Depot, or not Home Depot, but Walmart. We have Fred Meyer's here. There's a lot of different places that you can do them. There's our first section. That'll have nicer, heavier duty ones. The rabbits tend to kind of, not all of the rabbits, but some of the rabbits are going to chew on these things a little bit. So, because of that, I'm going to go as cheap as possible just because probably about 10% of these things, especially according to my friends that are using them now, about 10% of them don't make it even a full season. So, you know, for me, might as well not spend a fortune on them if they're going to chew them up anyway. I think out of the first 12 that I put out, I think only one of them has really gotten chewed on. I've had a couple of does chew my zip ties off, but okay, so you can kind of see that. And see, we've got some sharp spots here and a little bit down here. Once you've got all of them out, you can kind of try and work your snip or your scissors in. And sometimes you can get those off with the snips And if you can, go ahead and do it that way. Just because it's a little safer than trying to deal with the knife. You may have to turn it a little bit. Or use snips that go a different way. These are straights. I've got some left and some rights outside that I can try and use. Now, I've never had much luck getting them to snip on this top bit. There we go. I say that and then it finally works. Now, I know people who have just cut these straight out. I don't do that. I think these things are, you can kind of see how flimsy they are. I kind of feel like that extra thick top piece is just going to add a little bit of stability. What'll happen if you take this out and then just zip tie it through the side, if they chew a couple of these zip ties off, then it just folds out. So you do want to kind of leave that side on there. Like I said, I've got a little spot right here. And I'm just shaving it down a little bit. I know you can't really see because I'm on the table, but kind of shaving it down just a little bit. Just trying to get the sharp spots off. And go ahead and take the knife and the snips to it again. Be very careful. Cut away from yourself. If you've got kids and want your kids to help, by all means, let them do the snipping. But be pretty careful with the knife end of things. Okay. And believe it or not, that is one hay feeder. So I'm going to go ahead and do a whole bunch more of these, and then we'll take them out, put them on the cages, and show you what the rabbits think of them. To attach the feeders, I'm just using 4-inch zip ties, and that includes for the bigger and the smaller ones. I'm doing the same thing. So 2 in the top, 2 in the bottom. Doesn't matter where. You want them pretty much as squared up as you can. The rabbits can't get to them very well, so they can't really jerk them off of there. They can, however, chew your zip ties off. So in my apartment unit of 12 cages, I've been using them now for like a month and a half. And I went through earlier today and put zip ties on the ones that have gotten chewed off, and I replaced 3 zip ties. So that out of 48 zip ties, I only had to replace 3 that were missing. So that's not too bad. I haven't noticed that my rabbits are chewing on these all that bad. I have one doe out of all of them so far that chewed the little tick pieces, you know, the ones that we cut out of the top. Well, on the bottom, she actually got her teeth over the other side of the wire and nibbled them off. So either way, it's still holding hay, so I'm still using it because she only chewed the fronts loose and couldn't get to the back one. So if you've got a real active breed, like I'm not going to use these plastic ones in the American barn because they're just too high strung. I don't think they're going to hold up. But for the Harlequins, the Triantas, I could probably even use them for my Champagne d'Argents. Should be fine. If you put them up and find out that it just doesn't work and the rabbits are destroying them, you're only out a couple bucks, which is a whole lot better than the $8, $9 for the heavy-duty galvanized ones, which I sincerely love, but I don't like having to pay for them. Alright, so that's it from Spread River Homestead on how to make some inexpensive rabbit hay feeders. Remember, when you're feeding hay to rabbits, you got to get it up off the floor to decrease your chances of getting parasites. So it's really important. Keep your feeders, keep your hay up off the ground. Use these feeders. They're great. They're just stuck on the outside of some zip ties. Really easy. You can see rabbit approved. Some of them are taking a nap, but rabbit approved. That's it from Spread River Homestead. We will see you next time. Happy homesteading.